quick. DMV triangles. Density, mass, volume triangles. This is how they work. It's rather simple. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. DMV, okay? We know that the formula for density equals mass divided by volume. So this is how we approach this. Whichever that you're trying to solve for, whether it's density, mass, or volume, you're simply going to take your hand and you're going to cover up that letter. So let's say we're doing density. So I would cover up the D for density, and what I'm left with is M. This line is divide V. M divided by V. We know that density equals mass divided by volume. Okay? So again, whichever you're trying to solve for, so if the problem asks me to solve for density, I simply put my hand over the D, and what I'm left with is the formula. Therefore, D equals M divided by V. Okay? Let's say you're asked to solve a problem where you have to calculate the volume. Put your hand over the V. Therefore, V, or volume, equals mass divided by density. Right? So you find the information, right? What's the mass? What's the density? Plug it into this formula. V, volume, equals mass divided by density. Last but not least, if you are asked to calculate the mass of an object, if you're given density and volume, you simply cover up the M, and what are you left with? D times V. Density times volume. So these two at the bottom, we're dealing with mass. Multiply. Okay? Not add, not subtract, not divide, multiply. Density times volume. Okay? This is how you use your DMV triangles. Okay? So whichever that you're asked to solve for, right? Like mass, you will always be given the density and the volume. Okay? You're trying to, if they ask you to solve for volume, okay, you'll always be given the information of the mass. They'll give you the mass, they'll give you the density. You just need to know how to use this triangle to figure out the formula that you need to use for each. Okay?